Well, I graduated with a degree in geophysics. It's oil exploration stuff. And so I graduated during the oil slump of 86, 1986, 87. And nobody was hiring. And now when I was in college, I start seeing people coming back, geologists and all the other people who are in the petroleum field coming back for their master's degree, and because they're basically being laid off. So I said, if it was going to start again, Alaska would be the place. So I was heading that way. And meanwhile, the fishing industry, they're still hiring. So I thought maybe, do some fishing first and then, wait for it to get better and maybe go for the petroleum industry. But I became an artist instead.
And you never made it to Alaska?
Never made it to Alaska.
Where are you from? Where were you born?
Born and raised in Malaysia.
Okay, didn't know that.
Northern part of Malaysia, close to the Thai border with Thailand. So I have a family that is in Thailand, but mostly Malaysians. Yeah.
And you went to school in Texas.
And then I went to college in Texas.
And how did you get to Texas from Malaysia?
Scholarship. Yeah, they were giving out scholarships. It's like the government is trying to build a country. So it's a kind of developing country, early in the stage of developing. So one of the things that the prime minister at that time said, that we want to send out all the student out, all parts of the world, come back to build a country. I never made it back.
Okay.
Kind of stayed here.
Anyone else in your family an artist?
Not immediate family. I have aunts that my dad told me that were very artistic, but not my family. Art is not something that that you talk about. It's not something that you hang in the house. It's not something that encouraged to pursue.
How did you become an artist? Did you wake up one day? Did you run into someone in Seattle?
I ran into my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she was an artist.
And that made you an artist?
I was fascinated by what she was doing. And it was, totally different world. And I couldn't believe that somebody could be making a living weaving tapestries. That's what she was doing at the time. It was amazing. I thought this is really cool. I want to hang out with her and other artists. And that's what happened. You just hang out around artists. That's what happened to you. You become an artist by osmosis.
Yeah, it's infectious.
Right. One year, we were doing a show. So I was helping out, doing shows, art festivals. And next to us was this guy doing beautiful work, sandblasting on rocks. He was creating scenes and different motifs on sand carving. He called it sand carving. So it's basically sandblasting and doing the carving on rocks. And so I thought maybe we should do something like that. Well, let's get a sandblaster. And so I got to play with a sandblaster. We got some rocks and glass and do the sandblasting and carving, and and then we start selling a few of those pieces in our own gallery. She would do the design and I would, carve it. And then I got into was fascinated at the time when our gallery has her work, but it's also an eclectic, where we carry a lot of ethnic arts from Southeast Asia, which we travel to and acquire. Arts and crafts from Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, India, Nepal. So we close up the shop, travel during the winter time, load up the container, bring it back to our gallery and display and sell the work. So also at the time we were also selling beads and trade beads, old beads that people use as money. So African beads, Chinese beads, Czech beads, and even beads that are traded throughout the west coast of the United States for hundreds of years. And so I started to sandblast really small miniature images on these glass beads, and that sort of launched my glass career, making jewelry pieces. And then it just got bigger and bigger, and then I started to make my own glass and then sandblasting on it. And now I do very little sandblasting, and mostly fusing glass in wall hanging decorative pieces. Well, when I started doing the wall pieces, I started using what's called dichroic glass, and it's very vibrant colors, and it attracts all ages of people. But the art buying public, when I was selling it, it's mostly older people who appreciated art and have disposable income. What I want to do, I think, like any artwork, you want to bring joy. You want people to, feel good when they look at the artwork. So it's not something that I was looking for in the beginning. I was just working with glass, right? And I'm just doing what I feel the glass says I need to be doing. Most of my work is where I go to the festivals, and so I post in my website, where I'm going to be. I also have a couple of galleries that really carry my work. One of them is the Piedmont Craft Guild in Winston-Salem. I'm part of that guild, so I have some of my work in there. And then also there's a gallery in Hawaii where the owners saw my work, and then they want to have some in their gallery.
What's next for you? Anything different?
I think it's kind of honing. It's a honing. It's nothing really like next. It's just, okay, all these things I've been doing, just hone it, get better with it.